it up a little bit.
All right, let's go live real quick. Now that all this gravy content's been given out for free. Patreon exclusive. Damn, I thought it was us that fast. I was like,
everybody uses it.
Never happens like that. OBS, man, you get what you pay for.
That stream elements.
That's what made me feel better. Sending me some streamers getting activated with like slobs.
I think there's one person in their group that knows
the Verge is back,
OBS,
man.
and they always call her.
Shit? It wasn't working.
And she always has to like do tech support for them all the time. She's like the you. They always go to her. Yeah. Oh. I give you the credit when credit's due. The sucky thing is I think she lives in Korea, so like her hours are off. So when they try to do something over here in America, I think she might be half asleep sometimes when they call her.
Oh, I'd be upset.
Can't wait to call Richard from Korea.
Plastic instruments. It better be about
Y'all see that Super PS2 Potato now has a eBay store? Yes.
No. Cooper, stop.
I mean,
is there good stuff on there?
I
like
barely went through it. It looked intriguing. I mean, they've got so much damn stuff.
Yeah. Brent, do you want to keep your current background up, or do you want to
fine. It's plain as hell, but
we forced you to. I mean, that's the same boat I'm in. I've been here a year. Hey, that's the official podcasting table I purchased back there.
Hey, man, like in 1 week I will be able to participate if we wanted to. So.
Wait, there's a game back there. There's a game worth looking at back there on the podcast table.
I will be 100% vaccinated in 1 week.
Oh.
It's a Fisher Price. It's at Freddy Fish.
It looks like something small. Maybe a DS game.
It's a CD-ROM.
Oh, it's a CD-ROM. Okay.
I was closer.
The hashtag for the back says.
The Pajama Sam?
Challenge the unpredictable frontier.
Is that Oregon Trail?
Oh, yeah.
The Learning Company. So that's our wins. It's just
not the Learning Channel, but the Learning.
Where'd you find that?
I thought this was 2nd edition. This is 1.21. This is probably one of the early ones I played.
The fucked up one is not the deaths are not as gruesome. You got to get the 1.01.
This is before the edit.
I see the American Online logo on there.
Yep.
Bottom right.
AOL. Macintosh compatible. Windows 95
Is it 4.0?
compatible.
Does it come with 4.0 included? Is that what it is? What version AOL is that?
Does it come... Free trial inside. Let's see.
I see Windows 3.1, which is you need to get that shit away from me. So.
Yeah, right. It's the best Windows of all time.
It's the first GUI one. It's the bullshit Windows.
It got us there. It got us where we are now.
You can say that about command line, but I don't use it every day.
Nope, nothing on AOL. And I'll probably have to launch this with DOSBox. I got it for the, the kids have that Mac OS 9 computer.
Mm-hmm.
All it requires is System 7.0 or later, so it runs fine on there.
Don't worry, you'll be in system settings just like everything else.
It just knocks it down to that 256 color. That's the only thing the Mac freaks out about when you switch from 10 to 9. It's like, I got to go to 256 color. It warns you ahead of time.
System settings.
Yeah, I don't see... There's no details about the America Online thing. Maybe they redeemed the little coupon thing or whatever was in there.
Go find out who bought it and tell them you need your America Online.
Oh, God. Trace them down from Goodwill.
Yeah.
All right, we got two. I see 2 people on. Welcome to... So, a little bit of backstory. Brand, I bought this lot of PS1, official PlayStation 1 demo discs, right? The magazine, official PlayStation magazine demo discs, OPM.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got it would have like videos and it would have demos and stuff like that. So I found this guy just had a binder and it was like 2 through 46 or something like that. And I'm looking at it and I'm watching it. I waited like 2 days and then I got an offer for like $10 less than it was posted for. And I was like, man, it was already a good deal. I'm buying this. This guy has like cultivated this, and it's in like a CD binder, you know. This guy's cultivated this collection. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna let him know. I sent Cesar the thing after I bought it, and I was like, I'm gonna let him know it's not just gonna be like parted out or anything like that. So I ended up messaging him, and he's like, man, that's really cool. What do you mean by streaming it? And I was like, well, you know, I could pop in each one and kind of go through each game that's on there and each video that's on there, and that way it's always on YouTube or Twitch or wherever people want to go find it, you know, forever. You know, it's just out there. And a guy was like, man, that's pretty cool. I'll follow your channel. What is it? So I sent him all of our information, and he said he might pop into the chat and the show and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, hey, cool. Hell yeah.
More the merrier, man.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
2 through 46, I was like, I don't think I can pass this up. And I ended up getting it for like $65, I think.
Dang.
Yeah. And I mean, it doesn't have, it's not the magazine, it's not the case it came in, or the little cardboard sleeve. I don't even think those came in cardboard sleeves. They came in like a little plastic.
They came in the
leaflet.
paper, yeah.
Yep.
Or it was either the paper one with the plasticky front, or it was all plastic.
Yep. So.
Or the Mario's paper.
That's on the way. And it's random shit. Like, I was looking at them and like disc 45 is a bunch of Final Fantasy demos. I'm like, how does this happen? It's just a random, I guess, whatever they wanted to come up with at the time. Brent's getting for something for show and tell.
It's getting Days Gone.
Please pass the salt. It's a huge room. All right, you got something for show and tell. We got to see what it is.
One, fuck.
How many headphones you put on? There's like 8 of them.
Nah, I grabbed the wrong ears.
Octopath headphones. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Let's see. What do I got in here? There's a couple things.
If you have number 1, I'm willing to trade for it.
Unfortunately, no. I do have a
Pokemon cards.
Cardinal Sin demo disc.
Okay. Sin with a Y
Sony,
for listeners.
The Interactive Sampler Pack Volume 3.
What's on that one?
It doesn't even say. I'd have to pop it in and see.
Interactive Sampler Volume 3. I'm going with Crash Bandicoot Warped. Jet Moto 3.
Hold on. I was going to say
looking
we
this
could
up.
look it
Just
up.
guess on top of your head.
No, I'm looking at it now.
Is Crayola Scoot on there?
Brant, please clarify, because there is an interactive sampler number 3 for both the PlayStation 1 and the 3DO. Which one was it, the one you were showing us?
It was definitely for PlayStation.
All right, let's see what's on here. This one's in the box, unlike Brant's. Still doesn't tell me.
I also have Volume 5 Interactive Sampler.
Okay, interactive sampler number 5. Number 5.
Yep, there it is. Pizza Hut Demo Disc 2.
All right, interactive sampler 3 has... As YouTube slowly loads. Oh, this is 3.5. Is it 3.5 or just 3?
Just 3.
With 3.5. Sony loses their minds with the 3rd iteration of the interactive CD sampler pack. Brant, your disc is from October 96. You were -4. It includes Twisted Metal 2, Crash Bandicoot, NCAA Football Game Breaker, and Tekken 2. Please stream this disc. Please just play everything on this disc and stream.
And then the PlayStation Magazine discs I have. Let's see, on hand. Looks like all I've got is 108, 109, and 110.
All right, so that's well into PS2 at that point, right?
Yeah, they're all PS2.
They're DVD based or CD based.
Looks like
they're all DVD ROMs. I see DVD ROM logo.
Yeah, they are DVD ROMs.
All right. That CD sample. No, that's Microsoft Interactive CD Sampler. Okay. Was everybody just throwing out a CD sampler in this era? Was it just a thing to release a CD sampler?
Yeah, I remember buying some DVD magazines back in the day, and they would throw in a DVD sampler in there too. So.
All right, GameFAQs. GameFAQs has got to have it. Oh my God! For some reason, I have Bing search as my default, and there's like 18 windows open.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of Bing.
That's a nightmare. Brant, that one is from 1997.
Let's see, what issues do we have
You
here?
get Parappa the Rapper, wow. Tomb Raider 2. Armored Core. Cool Borders 2. Star Wars Masters of Terras Kasai.
The good, the best Star Wars.
NFL Game Day 98. NHL Face Off 98. Crash Bandicoot 2. Intelligent Cube. Jet Moto 2. Fighting Force. Colony Wars. And you get videos for Final Fantasy VII, Gran Turismo, Gex 3D, Enter the Gecko.
I also have in hand official PlayStation magazines 106 through 112.
Oh. Hold on to those. That's a series.
Yep. 106. 106.
All right, 820. All ready to go live?
$600. Are you ready
$600?
for the PS3?
Oh. Did you subscribe to that?
I guess I had it for a minute.
I see a sticker on there.
Yeah. That's an old address, a long time ago. I also have like a few Electronic Gaming Monthly magazines here.
Cesar, did you ever get the painted out magazines from us? Did you pick up some of those?
Way back in the day.
Yeah. I mean, you got some from your store. You weren't allowed to get stuff from your store, were you?
They put a stop at some point.
Yeah.
Because they preferred us to send it back to the vendor.
I think you would give me a heads up for the guides. Yeah, that's late EGM.
I wouldn't be able to stop you, so at that point, but like, oh no, stop, please, don't buy those.
Don't do that. It's 1 penny, and it actually has to ring up, and you have to pay for it.
Dear God, don't pay in cash. The untraceable element.
Untraceable element. We'll never find you and hound you for your
Those are my
future
favorite when
breasts.
somebody used to come into the store and be like, hey, can you look at my receipt? I paid in cash. I'm like, that's not how it works, sir. You want me to go through all these cash transactions and somehow find a trace of what you have on there, and you have no identifier with that purchase on there. You just pay cash.
I would just threaten people. I'll just show them the envelope. Like, all right, this was that week. Do you want to find it? This was that week. Are you wanting to search through there? Brent, go ahead, Cesar.
No, I still remember returning my copy of Ghosts and Goblins to you in the GameStop store for PSP.
The crappy PSP version.
The hardest balls one that you can't get past the first level.
Yep. Sort of a collector's item now. Did you ever buy it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah. Brent, that EGM you had, who published that? Was that a Ziff Davis or a Future Press?
Let's see.
I need to send you my extra guides now that you have a place to store them and see if you're interested in any.
I don't even see. Where were the...
Should be bottom right by the barcode.
Yeah, it's always near the barcode.
Bottom right.
Or if you go to like the...
This one doesn't say it.
If you go to the first page, it'll tell you the publisher, right, where the list like the editor comments and all that, like editor and blah, blah, blah. And
Okay.
Because Future Press ended up pulling the plug on a bunch of them.
I mean, there's only one that I see that says Ziff Davis right now.
What's that?
Okay, this one says Ziff. I had to go a few pages in. There were several ads in this one.
how they made their money.
Yep. Oh, Sonic and the Secret Rings.
That was a decent one, right?
Ziff Davis.
Better than the night one.
Cesar, speaking of Blaster in the Past, David Tay trickled into my algorithm the other day.
I haven't heard of David Tate in a long time. How's he doing?
I know, right? Looks like same old. Looks like a lot of anime conventions, before last year, and a lot of good drawings.
Status quo, man. That's all that matters.
Yeah, all of these were Ziff Davis. Issue numbers 212 through 216.
Ugh, I can make it a podcast out of going through this bullshit.
I've got a few more magazines. I know I've got some. There's some Game Informers I kept. Like, I know I kept the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Nice.
I've got the God of War one right here.
Oh, that was a good cover. Yep.
Oh, this is God of War 2.
Yep. I was selling subscriptions at that point.
And there were definitely a few more, and I've got something else, like Tips and Tricks or something.
I missed those.
A few of those.
I've got some old backlog Nintendo Power sitting around.
Yeah, they're packed away with some other stuff as well.
I forget how random we get with this podcast, and then I come back in here where I record, and then I see this leaned up.
That damn laser disc.
How do we get on 5? Did it all start Land Before Time? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think so. Look at those.
Damn.
What is he shooting? What is that? Who animated this?
They're little cork guns.
Looks like candy cane with cork in there.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas movie, man.
Is it though?
No.
This guy still cracks
Is
me
it
up.
a Christmas movie?
Please, God, tell me what's happening there. This guy cracks me up still.
Yosemite Sam Spider.
Oh shit.
The Jewish mouse does not even celebrate Christmas, sir.
Yeah, they're the Moskowitzes, right?
Yeah.
Yep, the Moskowitz family.
Mm-hmm.
Discovers the streets of America are not all paved with cheese, and living in a mouse tenement does not offer the life they hope for.
So they move west.
James Stewart, John Cleese, Dom DeLuise, and Amy Irving, and an engaging original score including the unforgettable Dreams to Dreams sung by Linda Ronstadt.
Linda Ronstadt. There we go. That's a respectable name.
Brought to you in Dolby Surround Stereo.
It's the only way you can have it when you had the Laserdisc, man. It's all about that sound.
Oh my God. That's what it is. Randomness reigns supreme. Here we go. Brant, I did have to edit the last episode. The episode title wasn't updated, so I had to bump this one back up.
Yeah.
So it's correct now.
Did I miss something?
No, I was listening to it and I was like, I think we have a 154. So if you listen to the start of the last episode, I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 155 of the NOFODcast. We're no.
It would have been more funny if you just would have beeped it out, but like episode 1 beep. When people ask them like, "What the fuck? What happened?"
I chopped it in there. It's really bad because I said it I recorded it way slower than I said it in the initial recording. So it's like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 155 of the NOFODcast. We're no outside. Y'all gotta at least listen to the start of last episode. It's a decent edit,
shit.
But it's a little jarring.
Now you should do everyone like that.
Oh no, it was extra work. Because I realized that as I'm editing Sunday, and I'm like, do I let it fly, or do people pay attention to the numbers, or? But then since I saw it, I was like, fuck, I have to fix this. So then I spent like 20 minutes trying to find the right pitch of episode 155. And it's not close, but it's as far as I wanted to get into it, and I had to chop that audio into there. It says we have 5 viewers on Restream. Welcome 5. We'll eventually get around to the show.
It's just one of us on there twice. 2 of us on there twice.
Probably. 2 of us on there twice, and the other rando, the other one person.
We're doing tenant bullshit, and then we're going through like temporal tunnels, man. So one of us is going in reverse.
Oh man, if only that were the case. All right, y'all ready? I'm gonna hit go.
Let's do it.
Temporal pincer attack.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 156. That is not going to be edited over. Of the NOFODcast. We are No Outside Food or Drink, the Southeast premier video game podcast. Some decent news tonight. Poland tests new PlayStation Plus Video Pass. You'll be able to print your Pokemon Snap Pics like it's 1999. Well done, Brant. Sony has a new partnership. What's that? We'll find out. Cotton Guardian Force Saturn Tribute announced. Sounds like a Square Enix title. Did Nintendo just update Super Mario Party? What gives? That might be I won't say COVID benefit, but that might be a development of everyone staying at home, right? And we have your May Games with Gold and PlayStation Plus titles. I'm Richard Bergman, joined tonight by Newsmaster and not episode counter, Brant McKee.
Cherry picking the news for you. And I missed that one little counter on the abacus over here. Sorry.
It's fine. We made it work. The episode was published. Everything is smooth. Everything is fine. Everyone calm down. No reason to storm the Bastille here.
Up.
What were you going to say? Storm what? Storm what?
No, I'm just saying up.
And then, of course, saying up, and you're going to hear up a few more times this episode, is Cesar Concepcion II, CMC2 himself. Welcome, sir.
Hello.
Are you still under the mantra of watch more anime?
I'm constantly watching more anime. It's a sad life. Somebody's got to live it.
Someone's got to live it, and he has done so. You may get a small snippet, maybe 45 seconds worth of an update of that later on this episode. Stay tuned.
Probably so. No, I'm laughing because you know who one of the people we follow on Twitter keeps posting the deals on Balan Wonderland, but won't put the price. And it finally worked because somebody in the replies, because they got an Xbox, somebody replies is like, "What is this?" And then somebody's like, "Square Enix Magnum Opus." I'm going down the thread. It's gold.
Got him. Reel him in. Got him.
Somebody's like, "I should buy this." Like what was it? The Quiet Man or whatever the other one where he just posts pictures when it's on sale, never puts a price.
The person jumping over the other person's back.
The parkour over somebody's bald head.
It's either that or a way out with the Joseph Fares flicking off the Game Awards.
Oh god, I saw the Balan Wonderland. He's just posting pictures when it's on sale, but not putting a price.
Yeah. I saw that first announcement. The prices have dropped. Here they are at the various retailers, but there's no links.
What was the other one that's like somebody didn't get the memo and they were charging $10 more? I think it was Best Buy or something.
I think it's PSN. PSN is $50 still.
There was a retail outlet that was doing 50 and everybody else was doing 39. I don't know, Wara came in there's like somebody didn't get the memo.
Holy shit. I want to play it as a curiosity.
I'm playing the hell out of Balan Wonderland. It's gonna be $20 soon. I'm gonna hold tight.
At one point, that was our most anticipated title of 2021 after the episode of Tim's.
Holy shit! Yeah, because it's Yuji Naka. So,
we got our last out of Balan Wonderworld.
I don't know, man. When's the last time he screwed us over? It's been a while.
Yuji Naka?
Yeah.
The last banger, it hasn't been a while, sir. It's been a long time.
No, this one was a turd. I mean, when was the last time he dropped something like, I don't know if I should ever try. He's not like a Kenji Inafune, where he's like, here's Mighty Number 9. This is your Mega Man thing. And, ever since then, anything he comes out with is kind of like skeptical.
Yeah, but he's also not, I don't know. He's the Sonic guy, and it's not really been. What have we had since then?
Ivy the Kiwi was probably the last one before that, and then Rodea.
Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic & Knuckles, Nights into Dreams, Burning Rangers, Sonic Adventure, Choo Choo Rocket, Samba de Amigo, Phantasy Star Online, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Advance. These are all some good ones. Sonic Battle, Sonic Heroes, Puyo Pop Fever, Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Rush.
He's redeeming himself every so often.
Do what?
He's getting there, and he's like, no, we fixed the curve.
We need the Key and Peele. We need the Key and Peele meme where he's the president, like shaking the hands of all the different games, hugging them and stuff like that. Yeah, let's catch Ivy the Kiwi. We Play Motion. He was a producer on We Play Motion. Fishing Resort, Street Pass Mansion, Monster Manor. Rodea the Sky Soldier, as Cesar mentioned. Street Pass Chef. Street Pass Fishing.
Yeah, we played a lot of Street Pass. I don't remember doing that. I just remember doing puzzle pieces. So.
We were there only for the puzzle pieces. Legend of Coin in 2017. And then in 2021, Balan Wonderworld, which he was the director of. Woof.
I don't know, man. We can't knock him for one bad game. He made all those great games, and then everybody's just gonna remember him from Battle of Wonderland.
I like how we're still making it Balan Wonderland too. Your body's a Balan Wonderland. We already used that one. Holy shit, Yuji Naka. Just give us Billy Hatcher. Why has Burning Rangers never been ported to anything? Is there just not enough people clamoring for that?
It's because they put it all on one server and then like delete it all.
Yeah.
Like Panzer Dragoon Saga.
Yeah.
Just up and poof.
It's that era. It's a good ass game, Burning Rangers. Good soundtrack too. You can just listen to the soundtrack independent of all these things.
Well,
You can do that with a lot of these Sonic games.
Mm-hmm. I forgot who did the Sonic music, man, but they do some good stuff. I mean, we should be getting a Sonic announcement soon because this was a 25th anniversary or something like that's coming up soon. I can't remember what it was.
What happened to like Sonic Saturdays or whatever it was they came up with where we were supposed to get news? Weren't we supposed to get monthly news? We talked about it on this podcast.
It was for the anniversary and then COVID hit, remember? And they were like, yeah, we can't do that anymore. And they just went quiet.
Yeah, but we got one of them. They never did another one.
I just remember the one where they had the live concert with the weird music and people just dancing around. And then somebody was like, what the hell is happening?
Yes. There was like this this weird rave in the Sonic pit.
Did we get an announcement? I don't think we did. I think it was just a celebration of the music, right?
Yeah.
It was weird.
I want to say it was like Sonic Mania to some other platform or something. It wasn't anything major.
I don't know. We should be getting a Sonic game soon, and we're probably just gonna get the Sonic Colors remaster. And I'm like, that's what y'all been working on, but whatever. I'll play Sonic Colors again. That was a good game.
Jun Sino. He's been part of Sonic since Sonic the Hedgehog 3. You have Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Sonic Heroes, Shadow, Sonic Rivals, Sonic the Hedgehog 06.
Oof.
That's
the bad one.
Sonic Unleashed, Sonic and the Black Knight, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Angel Island Zone Arrangement, Team Sonic Racing, Puyo Champion, Sonic Forces. He's your new Sonic composer, basically.
Yes.
Yep. That is Jun Sinoue. Sinoue? Senoue? Sinoue? Sinoue? All right. On to actual news. As we deviated significantly.
How did we even get here?
Balan is a Wonder World.
No, there's some. Oh yeah, the tweet. My bad, guys. I threw us off.
Yep. The $40.
As I open up the
Balan Wonder World,
again, it's like, oh, I'm looking at the tweet again. Okay, my bad.
What is our buy price? We're all gonna purchase this game for PS5. What is our buy price? Is it 20?
Yeah, probably 20.
I'm in at 20.
20 new. Yes, I got a feeling it's just right around Christmas is gonna be like $12 on GameFly.
This checks out.
I got a feeling it's going to happen. It's going to sell out quick, and then people are going to make jokes as it sells out.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this, and I'm going to pop it in for my kids to play and see what their impression is as 5 and 7-year-olds and see if it hits for them. That's the true test, right?
I'm sure they'll just go back to playing Shrek.
This is not a good game. They're quick to give up on one. I told y'all about that Bratz DS game. They were like, Dad, this is not a good game. I don't know. I just figured we'd try something. You never know.
Should have just opened up Metacritic and be like, yep, that's what they say.
Yep. I'll add to it. 5 and 7. This game is garbage.
This is not a good game.
We don't like it. We're going back to Shrek 2 for the original Xbox.
Somebody will like it. Like Shrek 2 was a good game.
It's multiplayer greatness. All right, on to news. Sony is testing a PlayStation video streaming service in Poland. This news comes from The Verge. It's called PlayStation Plus Video Pass. Following a leak yesterday, Sony confirmed it's testing out a service called PlayStation Plus Video Pass with a 1-year trial in Poland that will allow subscribers to stream movies and TV shows. This sounds very similar to their PlayStation TV, but not really live TV service. PlayStation Plus Video Pass could be a new way for the company to increase the value of its online subscription. Blah, blah, blah. They compare it to Game Pass, Netflix, blah, blah, blah. They mentioned Funimation and Crunchyroll. With the PlayStation Store discontinuing the sale and rentals of movies and TV shows on August 31st, Video Pass could be another way for PlayStation owners to watch movies and shows on their consoles. I think this is a limited, my hot take, I think this is a limited Poland thing to gauge interest, more or less. It seems like Sony has gotten further away from this. It seems like, especially over the past generation.
Yeah.
Whereas other places are, all in on, here's where you consume your media through this thing. I don't know. Even Xbox kind of got away from that. You can't do your HDMI in anymore. But what do you guys think about this?
I mean, yeah, this was announced. It leaked sometime last week, and the thought was that, oh, it's coming to Poland. It'll probably be tested out everywhere else. And then it was confirmed that no, it's directly just Poland is testing it out.
Yeah.
It's
just
but
Witcher
they did
stuff.
show
Just Witcher shows.
They did show. Let's see. The title card had like Venom, Zombieland double tap, Bloodshot, and I think they plan to continuously add titles for the remainder of the year, just constantly adding more and more stuff, and probably like you think they're just kind of seeing if there's any interest, if there's going to be any buzz about it.
Right.
I mean, it got to the point where so many people hated cable and so many people wanted to cut the cord.
Mm-hmm.
And then you started getting viable streaming services. But now there's so many dang streaming services out there that it's hard to...
You're right back up to that cable cost that you were up to.
You're almost back up to cable, or you're almost just like, I just want cable to try and get all of those things that I want to watch together in one place, rather than switching from streaming to streaming service constantly.
Oh, Cesar, you're kind of more in the loop on TV and video subscriptions. What do you think about them testing this?
I think it's just like you said, it's an added value. It's just something they have on there. Most of the movies they had on there are all Sony Pictures.
So no risks.
Something they already own.
Yeah.
They're not paying any additional royalties from other companies to
gamble.
acquire these. So it's just something that I don't think it'll be an additional charge on PlayStation Plus for them in Poland. It's just going to see, they're just probably going to measure how many people are actually going to use the service. That's all.
Just a metric.
So it's just something they're probably testing out, and if it does well, then they'll probably move it out to other locations. And whether or not, I don't know if they can move it out to the U.S. or not, because it just depends. Because, Sony just signed that big deal with Netflix. So, all their movies are going straight from the movie theaters to Netflix first, and then they just signed a deal with Disney, and then after that window for Netflix, they go to Disney Plus. So, like I said, I don't know how that would affect our region. So,
yeah.
They made a lot of money with that deal, so.
Time will tell. Next up, Fujifilm is releasing a Nintendo-themed Instax printer. This also comes from The Verge. The Instax Mini Link app lets you edit photos with Nintendo characters. Starting, middle of last week, you could get a $120 Pikachu case bundle that comes out in May. The printer's available now for $100. And the pages, I saw a price on the pages at one point. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's similar to a Polaroid. But this, as Brant pointed out in the show notes, this takes the place of the Blockbuster kiosk that we all used to take our N64 memory cards in and print off pictures.
Yeah.
I might have done that one time. I do remember at least seeing that kiosk. And Pokemon Snap, was one of the first 2 N64 games we had. We played the shit out of it.
You should go hunt that kiosk down and just buy the kiosk, not buy the camera.
Just the kiosk, huh?
Yeah.
No camera, no paper, no printer, nothing. Just the kiosk.
Just the kiosk.
Oh god, have another dead giant piece of shit sitting around in his basement.
It can face the Blitz machine. They can just face each other.
So here's how bad the Blitz machine scenario got, right? Because I'm nowhere close to... Cesar helped me go rescue this thing like 2 years ago, and I've never put any work into it. And we've moved it since then. I've actually thought about... Y'all tell me if this is bad or not. I've actually thought about printing out a good looking, like decent, maybe laminating it out of order sign to put on the Blitz machine. So that it looks official, right? Is that too far?
Nah, that seems about right.
I mean, it's a cool piece, but it's pretty useless right now. It just sits there.
Extremely oversized paperweight.
Yeah, you'll get there, man. You'll get there. Have faith.
I hope the missus isn't one of our 5 viewers right now. She would be chiming in on some suggestions.
She would have already chimed in by now.
Oh yeah, there'd be some suggestions on what to do with the paperweight, the Blitz paperweight.
I'm sure she'd be like, I got some ideas for it.
So the cabinet, worst case scenario, I just gut the cabinet and use a different screen and new sticks and things like that, and just use the artwork because the cabinet's beautiful. The cabinet, there's no issues with. Cesar, did we ever plug it up? Do you remember actually turning it on?
Absolutely not. We just took the dude for his word.
Yeah, I've never turned it on. He told us it was broken. I've never even cut it on. It may be a working Blitz cabinet, but the sticks are...
It could be what takes you into the Tron world. We never plugged it in and found out.
Or the Last Starfighter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you just get a high score, and then you go to some interstellar planet where you got to play football to save the universe.
No, I'll warp into, like, the Bears starting quarterback. You win. We need you to save the universe. You're the new Nick Foles.
They'll put us in the... Who was it for Carolina, the Panthers?
Oh, no. That was before Jake Delhomme. Who was that? Is it Jake Delhomme in that game?
Remember, we played with no O-line with the Panthers. Remember, we were getting sacked.
They're so bad. When you snap that ball, you have to be ready to throw. You have no protection whatsoever.
So quick to throw interception. Remember, so quick. It's like, I barely did he touch that guy.
Oh, shit. I might have to play a round of Blitz tonight. It's not the same with just one person, though. Oh, shit. I love some Blitz. Oh, how do we get there from Pokemon printouts? Kiosk.
You said useless. Yeah. Kiosk, useless machines.
Last Starfighter.
Before we get off it, all I know is that I think you would be a better GM for the Falcons than whoever it is now.
Oh, dear God. No, let's wait till tomorrow night. Let's find out tomorrow night. So that's our stop. We don't know. No judgment. They haven't played it down yet.
They're still trying to trade Julio for some picks, and they can't even trade Julio until June 1st. So I'm like, they're going to do it on the honor system. They're going to trade him. They already got 2 calls on him. So
really,
yeah, we're in the middle of the rebuild. I'm telling you, man, we get a good quarterback. We're gonna pull a quarterback. They have no takers for that number 4 spot. Our asking price is too high.
Shit, you wait until it gets to be day off. When it gets to be day off, they'll meet that asking price.
Yeah, depending on who's left. So
yeah.
I mean, we all know 49ers are going to get Mac Jones, Kirk Cousins 2.0. I got Kirk Cousins again.
God bless Bleacher Report.
I saw that thing had a tag. You get the whole gibberish with Cam Newton and that how he does his conversations. I'm like, what the hell am I reading?
That whiteboard, that was the best message. I saw that. I was like, holy shit.
Then Matt Ryan in there freaking out. What we got to do?
And Pat Mahomes was like,
Patrick Mahomes was there.
I want a Super Bowl. I want a Super Bowl. Anyways, your Fujifilm Instax camera announced by Fujifilm and Nintendo will print out other Switch screenshots outside of what was it? Pokemon Snap. Yeah.
But of course, with it being Nintendo, it's not as simple as pairing the printer with your Switch.
Of course not.
Going to be convoluted, and it involves QR codes and taking pictures with your phone and then getting that image to your phone and then taking the image and printing it off on the Fujifilm mini printer. It
sucks.
Yes, that's the way to do it. Huh?
Is that so people don't end up with nudes with Tom Nook? Where's the border? Yeah. Tom Nook nudes.
Episode title.
Who could say no to Tom Nook nudes? Wait, is he the board or is he sitting you some with the Fujifilm Instax? Tom Nook OnlyFans. All right, that's your. I think we've deviated enough from that. We're just destroying these
Extremely
news stories.
deviation.
Yeah, I'm not taking this one. I killed the last two.
Oh, so then
You got to go for it.
Sony Interactive Entertainment is working has new publishing partners, which will bring a new AAA multiplayer game, and those partners are Probably Monsters and Firewalk Studios. And the teams at these studios are pretty well known for some pretty big titles, things like Halo and Destiny. They've also worked on Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Mass Effect. I believe, previously some of the executive producer previously worked at Harmonix.
Harmonix, yes. Makers of Rock Band.
Right, makers of Rock Band.
And Harmonite.
So
no, that was Pokemon people.
What?
Yeah, I got Harmonix on the brain.
So there isn't a lot to this. It's just that they, announced that they have a partnership with these people. But
did we know of the studio beforehand? Have we heard anything about them? I never heard of Firewalk. It says founded in 2018, but
Firewall.
That too.
Yeah.
One typo away.
It'll be it should be something to look forward to.
Yeah, that's a hell of a pedigree, right?
Oh yeah.
You almost sound like the Square Enix president.
Giving the green light to Yuji Naka.
No, just what was it he always say? Please look forward to it or something like that.
Please be excited.
Please be excited. There we go. That's what Brand reminded me of when he said that.
Please be excited.
Please be excited.
Please be excited.
Brant shrunk. I had to enlarge in him.
Uh-oh.
It's very inappropriate.
I was in the pool.
Tell her about the shrinkage.
She's just laughing at you.
Tell her about the shrinkage. Cesar, do you want to fill us in on that Cotton Guardian Force Saturn tribute? All caps.
A game to look forward to.
It's a game.
Yes, truly.
Does that answer your question?
Is that it? All right, moving on. Next, Nintendo.
No, this is essentially it's just a I don't know if it's it's not a remake. It's they're re-releasing. I'm waiting for this for whatever reason take forever this page to load.
It
is from City Connection. They announced a shoot 'em up collection, which is the Cotton Garden Force Saturn tribute. This is all from Gematsu from Sal Romano. It's coming to PS4 and Switch. It was announced from their shooting game Dakin Shasai 2021 because they also announced Psycho Collection was coming to PS4 and Xbox as well. That was also another announcement they made too. The one that was previously on Switch.
Mm-hmm.
The collection includes 1997 release Cotton 2 and the 98 release Cotton Boomerang and Guardian Force. All three titles were released for arcade and Sega Saturn, but as the title Saturn Tribute implies, they're all based off the Sega Saturn version. They have various quality of life improvements they have on there. The use of rapid fire, shooting in standard, ability to rewind, quick save, load, and online rankings. And this is to coincide with the 30th anniversary of the Cotton title. I think City Connection went out and they said that this game will be natively in English. They
awesome.
have physical copies in Japan only. It will be digital in Europe and America only. It won't come from them, is their words. So
September 30th.
so
it may still get picked up by like a limited run or somebody.
right. It says it won't come from them unless you are that crappy company who did the Cotton remake and had English on the Japanese versions, and then when they announced the English version, they patched the English out. The Japanese.
How does that happen?
I don't know. Somebody on Twitter was still mad about that. They're like, if we get an English version of this, you're just going to patch out the English like you did. The other people did for the Cotton reboot. They straight called them out. But apparently that was the thing that I didn't know that happened. I didn't order the Japanese ones, but apparently the Japanese ones that originally native comes with English, but they patched it out after physical English version was announced. So
that sucks.
Yeah.
How does that happen? How does that happen?
I don't know, man. I was laughing about it
Get
So,
that out of there.
I
You
don't
got
know.
that work done. Make sure it gets removed. No one should enjoy this.
So, yep, yeah, look forward to it. It is coming to America, they said, definitely digitally. So, physical.
Okay. In all fairness, and you've played more Cotton games than probably Brant and
Keep
I
saying
so
that. I
far.
keep thinking Cotton Eye Joe. We got to get Cotton Eye Joe out of here.
No, that is not a song reference for us.
Nope. Every time he says Cotton, I always want to go I Joe at the end.
How necessary is the language barrier in this? There's not a deep story in the shoot 'em up, I'm guessing.
It's all in English at this point. So I don't. Most of the story is usually told in the booklet that's not in there anymore. So that's your question.
It's from that era. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like read page 40 of said to find out why so and so's doing said things.
Right.
So I mean that's what it typically usually is.
That we just don't have like instruction manuals anymore.
I mean, there might be a digital one on there, but I mean, I mostly play shoot 'em ups for the shoot 'em up experience. So
right.
There's not usually a time, or there might be one or two where I might be like, oh, okay, this is interesting, but most of them seem to be pre-adolescent girls shooting evil monster things. That's typical of what shoot 'em ups are.
Right.
I'm looking at Death Smiles right now, and that's all I think of when I think of Death Smiles.
Pre-adolescent girls shooting stuff.
That's all that's a shoot 'em up with just pre-adolescent girls.
Right.
Which surprisingly is on 360 when some of it's kind of risque, but
that was an era. That was the Xbox era of let's get Japanese support.
And that comes with a 360 faceplate in there too. So.
Oh.
Which I guess I forgot that was in there, but
they're trying to get back to that. Maybe we'll get more of that from Microsoft. You never know.
I mean, Death Smiles just got ported to Steam out of nowhere, so I'm hoping they'll eventually get ported. I think City Connection has a license for Death Smiles also. Okay. So maybe if this does well, we might get that other stuff. So.
Yeah, that City Connection studio, it didn't ring a bell to me, so.
They recently got acquired from somebody, and they started going through their back catalog. So they did the Game Paradise, the one I played in Platinum not too long ago, that shoot 'em up.
Mm-hmm.
They've done that one. I think they used to own Jellicoe.
The NES
they just came out of no
licensee.
Yeah, City Connection is a 1985 platformer. So I think it's based off of a game. They just took the name off of it. City Connection is actually an NES game.
Oh,
so
interesting. Next up, from The Verge, Nintendo gives Super Mario Party a much-needed online upgrade 3 years later.
Well done.
Basically,
about time.
Yeah. No. This is the one I was mentioning. Is this the pandemic effect? Board game mode now supports online mode. So previously in online, you could only play.
You could play like 4 mini games or something like that.
And that was it. It was very limited. So now, 70 out of the 80 mini games available in the game can now be played online. Before the update, Super Mario Party only allowed you to play 10 mini games online, which is
that's what it was.
Small portion of the 80 total. According to
now you can play with friend of the show Russell now.
Yep, and friend of the show Jeremy. He's very excited about this. According to the patch notes, and stream it. There are 2 ways to play online, both of which require an active subscription to Nintendo Switch Online, which is $20 a year, not a big deal. Friend Match, which allows you to play with friends, or Private Game, which allows you to play with anyone using passwords. And The Verge notes that Super Mario Party came out in October 2018 and can be fun to play with friends, despite the potential risks it can cause in your friendship, which we all know about Mario Party titles.
I have not bought a Mario Party game ever to this day, and I continue that dream. I don't.
You're sticking with it?
Yeah. It's not purposely. They don't interest me. Like I don't. It's like pulling Band-Aids off or something. Like I don't. I'll play with you guys on there, but secretly I hate it.
We actually played at work as a team building exercise, and it was quite a lot of fun because you had people who had never played Mario Party first off and had not played a video game, let's say in like 20, 30 years. and you hand them the Switch controller, and they're immediately able to like figure out what it is that they're asking with the little mini game, and that was really cool seeing that happen with some coworkers.
That just makes me want to stop playing games. If you just hand me that, I'm like, I don't like games anymore.
If anybody can play it.
I mean, that's just me. If I was somebody who just came out of nowhere and you're like, hey, play this thing as a group thing, and I'd be like, well, fuck video games.
Or I could be working. That's the other alternative.
I would rather be working. Yeah. There's stuff happening outside. I'm gonna go do that.
I'm gonna leave this this Mario Party and go back to work. I'd rather Mario work than Mario Party.
There we go.
Someone tell us about these Xbox games with gold, which are
horrible.
Let me look real quick. Garbage. Once again.
Very, very bad. Oh, so this or next month, they will be giving us May 1st through the 31st.
They'll be giving us.
They'll be gracing us.
Reward us.
May. Okay, there I am. May 16th through June 15th. Dungeons 3. May 1st through the 15th. Lego Batman, which
not bad.
I guess
not bad.
Is honestly probably the gem out of this.
I love how people were on Twitter like trying to do the saving grace for like Lego Batman. Yeah, Lego Batman. This is a good one.
The pack-in game from Christmas 2009.
I have that. Yeah, with the what was the
Kung
other game?
Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda. Yep.
Yeah.
It was like 99 cents at GameStop at some point,
or was
right?
it Kung Fu Panda and Lego Indiana Jones? What was the Batman combo? I have it. If someone can't look.
One of them was like Forza, right?
Is that it? Is it Lego Batman and Forza?
I know Lego Batman has been bundled with like several different things. Because it was either Lego Batman or it was like the Lego. I don't think it was the Lego movie thing because I think that came out too late. I think it was Lego Batman came with like a PS Vita TV.
I got
bundle.
it. Y'all ready for this? We're all wrong on this skew. Lego Batman. And this was a BlackRock.
Sonic.
What?
Was it Sonic Tennis?
Nope. This is a BlackRock Studio title. It's another Disney game. The title is Pure.
Oh yeah, it was Pure.
Lego Batman and Pure.
It's like I keep scanning over my 360 games and I just keep going to Spec Ops Online. I'm like, yeah, Spec Ops Online.
Oh god, that's a good ass game.
I can't even look at the other games. I just keep going back to Spec Ops Online.
Lego Indiana Jones 360 came with. I think that. Yep, that's the Kung Fu Panda dual pack.
There you go.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What was the Forza one?
Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I remember that one.
What was the Sonic one? Sonic Tennis.
Oh shit! They did it every year. Wasn't that a cool promotion? Here's 2 games with our holiday bundle. Sega Superstars Tennis and Arcade. Wait, what? What's on the other side of that? They don't show me. No, it's just Xbox. Yeah, it's Xbox Live Arcade. That's what's on the other side.
We'll never know. Go back in time. Figure it out.
No, it's Xbox Live Arcade. I just said. Go back in time.
Go back in time. Like, you can make so much money. Get out of the way. I got to figure out what was in this
party.
What's in this double pack?
No, it's Sega Superstars Tennis and Xbox Live Arcade. Yahoo! What was included in that? Looks like you get. Come on, zoom in. Biatch Uno, Pac-Man, Geometry Wars, and 2 other ones. I can't tell what those 2 are. It doesn't say. 720p, 1080i, 1080p. Leaderboards, voice, and marketplace downloads are enabled. One of them is a PopCap game, whatever it is.
Oh god! Before they got it simulated.
Bundled 360 holiday pack-ins. Now this is a collection. This is worth having. I'll investigate this later. This will be something good to bring up.
Investigate it now.
Nope. Nope. This is a wormhole I'm not going into because it's giving me all kind of bullshit results.
What do you mean by bullshit results?
It's giving me like specific Connect console bundles and shit like that.
Oh, you mean it's going deeper than it needs to?
Yes. All right, here's the one I was mentioning: is Halo 3 ODST and Forza Motorsport 3. That was spring 2012? No, 2010. That was $299. That was a premium 360 Elite. Dang. With ODST and Motorsport 3. It's not bad. That was still the old original Model 360 though. It was not the. It was past the red ring, but it wasn't the good slim one yet. Still a good bundle.
And the last game you're getting for May is Tropico 4.
Yay!
From May 16th to May 31st.
I hear those are good.
At this point, do we have every version of Tropico now on 360?
It seems like it.
Probably.
It's a dedicated Tropico box.
I mean, I think they were given out at some point as all games with gold.
Yeah.
I've never bought a Tropico, but I've owned many of them.
It gets to be like towards the end of the month, and like, fuck. We need another game. Call up the Tropico people. Get us one of the Tropicos. We've
People like Lego Batman. People like Lego Batman. Call them Lego Batman.
Get a Lego game. Which one? We don't care. Just get one of them.
That's a good month. Job done. Time to go to bed. It's like that procrastinate to like the last 15 minutes.
What do we got with games with gold? Lego, check. Tropico, check. Everything else is gravy. I don't care what the other two are.
Sounds like my years in college where I'm like, I did the best I could and just studied the night before. And just be like, I did the best I could. Whatever happens, happens.
Stick with what you know. I know Lego games. I know Tropico. I know when you get those. They're guaranteed.
You go down that thread. It's like shit. And somebody's like, great, Lego Batman. We did it, guys. We did it. Somebody's happy. Lego Batman.
Victory.
Look how happy they are.
I just blocked a whole bunch of people, but I got this one guy. I like this tweet.
They said they wanted an E game. I went out and fucking got an E game. That's what they wanted.
It's like they're in there blocking everybody. It's like, I don't see y'all complaining. I just see the one guy says Lego Batman's great.
John, we literally had Lego Batman 3 times last year with games with gold. We can't keep doing Lego Batman. They already have it. If anybody wanted it, they have their hands on it by now. Get a new game, John.
Oh, God.
Tropico 7. Is Tropico 7 out yet?
You got to call them up and ask for an exclusive version of Tropico. Go back, make it for 360 so early selling games with gold.
Make it compatible with Kinect. It's voice controlled.
Done.
Or plastic instruments.
That works too.
All right. What are your other 2 titles there, Brant?
Oh, that was all of them.
Oh God, we already did Armello
games with gold.
Dungeons 3.
Absolutely. Yep.
That Dungeons cover looks familiar, but not really.
It's like Diablo, but they just copied Diablo. Yeah. I can't even just try to justify it. So there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's a Diablo-esque game. I like those.
Yeah.
Dungeon crawlers, man.
Also like where they tell us like what the estimated retail price is of each one of those. So they try to tell us it's a $20, $50, $70, $80 value that we're getting for the month.
They're like, yeah, you're getting $120 this month. Saved.
Not the case.
Yeah.
All right, your PlayStation titles. Cesar, do you want to take this one?
Sure. Your main monthly games is going to be Wreckfest for PS5. Battlefield 5 for PS4.
It's a big one.
And then Stranded Deep for PS4. I feel like it should have been called Deep Stranded, but it was probably going to be some kind of IP conflict with the movie. Maybe. So they were like, we'll just call it Stranded Deep.
Is that another Strand genre game?
Sure. Except you're on a raft and you don't have to fight a tiger this time.
I don't know if there's any balancing either.
Balancing, that was the key. Yeah, that Stranded Deep game doesn't look too bad. Battlefield
no, it doesn't.
5, I've been wanting to play that single player. And then you get Wreckfest, which has been on Game Pass, but a lot of people rave about it. So
it's from the Flat Out people, that's why.
Yeah.
So, Bugbear.
That screenshot from it it makes it look like a beautiful game.
And this is the next gen version, so
yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think this got a free upgrade. I think you were required to repurchase this game.
Ooh. So this is a good benefit.
It seems like those ones that people are like, "Why am I rebuying this game?" They always kind of sneak in on those PlayStation Plus, like, "Hey, you get it free this month."
Yep. So a decent PlayStation month. Not as bad as Xbox, but still not like a banger month, you know?
I mean, you can't have bangers every time, so
No.
I'm okay.
And these are 3 very different titles. And I guess you could say the Xbox games are very different experiences too.
I mean, all of them, like, Stranded Deep's got a lot of good reviews too, so I hear nothing but good stuff about it as well. So the only one that might be skeptical for most people probably the Battlefield 5, probably because some people didn't like that campaign. So I don't know.
Yeah, but now
I
they get
can't.
this. Now they get this massive influx of player base. So that's great for them.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because I mean we saw all those rumors that Battlefield, the new one's coming out later this year.
It's true.
So you gotta get people up on the hype. So
Start gearing it up for the next Battlefield.
unless you're Flavor Flav from Public Enemy and you don't believe the hype. Yeah.
How old is this? This Battlefield came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, because remember they were doing it like once every 2 years, and this is the first time I think they haven't done one in like 3 years.
Battlefield 5 is the 16th installment in the Battlefield series. It was released worldwide for Windows, PS4, and Xbox One on November 20th, 2018. Yep.
Yeah, because they skipped last year for quality control, and they went up to what was it? Was it Criterion Games? They were like, don't make racing games anymore. You make Battlefield.
The vehicle stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I think it's like that whole thing where they're all the studios are helping with this new Battlefield. So.
According to Wikipedia, on April 23rd, 2020, it was announced that support for the game would continue until summer of 2020 when the game would receive its last major update. So maybe they're leading people into that on PlayStation Plus. What is this? Yeah, World War II. There we go. Yes. I couldn't remember what era this was because Battlefield 1 is the first World War, right?
Yes.
And then this one was back to World War II.
Yes.
All right, so you do have a single-player campaign. You have looks like a pretty decent length campaign.
Yeah, they were told in vignettes versus a overarching story.
That's right. Which is what Call of Duty started out doing.
Yeah.
Bouncing between different characters. Those are your PlayStation Plus and Xbox games with gold games of the month of May. Download them when available. Y'all ready for games played?
Yes.
Mine will be brief.
Well done, sir.
Played a little Sea of Thieves.
Bridge Crew.
Yeah.
I played no Sea of Thieves. I played some Halo. I did not play this past Saturday night, so this was just a lunch gets, as we refer to it as, with friend of the show Dale. Actually, no, I actually did get around in this weekend with friend of the show Russell and friend of the show Jeremy. That continues to be my 5 time. Let's get some Halo in. Still love it. Stupid old school Halo. And then following up on our plastic instrument drama of last week, I did confirm that you can play the Guitar Hero 2 guitar with Rock Band on PS2. And I proceeded to play about 3 or 4 songs today. I played a little bit more Guitar Hero 2 before that because I got the code for putting in the all songs on lock in the days before, paying for DLC for all the music. It was just on the disc. You just had to figure out how to get to it. So it's a matter of hitting like red, orange, green, blue, blue, red, orange, red, blue. You got to hit this code in really quick. And then it's like you'll get you get the guitar sound and it tells you can't save. It's like I'm not worried about fucking saving. I just want to play these four kick-ass songs that I don't want to do the career mode for. But I did some Guitar Hero 2, and then because we had talked about Rock Band, and even though Cesar checked it for us last week, I just want to see how it would work. And it's seamless. It just sees that guitar, and Harmonix had already been working on that before they moved over to before they moved from Guitar Hero to Rock Band. So they, that was already their shit anyway. So it just works. So I played some more songs on Guitar Hero. That is a much cleaner presentation. It's way less cartoony. I feel like the grid as the notes come down to you and everything, it's a lot less animated, which it's a different style. It's totally different from what I had played with Guitar Hero 2, which definitely had its own vibe. But the song selection of Rock Band was immense. And as opposed to Guitar Hero 2, it was the actual masters. It wasn't the Boo Biters. It was like the actual Foo Fighters that are playing the music and singing in the background.
Whatever their in-house band.
Yeah.
So.
I just see like John Drake working at harmonics trying to sing every one of these songs. That's how they captured it. There's like one person. What is it on Guitar Hero 2? I think it's Heart Shaped Box that I played, and it's like it's this country sounding Cobain that they made. I'm just like, no, it's not right. Everything is okay until this one word, and it's like, oh god, it's so jarring and just. I think I miss that note every time because I'm strumming along and I'm like, and I get back to playing. It's just bad, man. You hear it, it's like, ah. But that is it for me. No handhelds, no iPadage, a little bit of Halo, and a little bit of PlayStation 2 plastic instrumentation. What about you, Cesar Concepcion the second?
We talked about this pre-show, but majority of my time was watching anime.
Do you saw some good stuff?
Yeah, I think I'm tired. I watched so much shit.
You've done it. You've beat it. You've put in the time. You've put in the hours. You've put in the minutes. You've done the animes.
Yeah, so like the first one I watched was and we talked about this pre-show, was Jujutsu Kaisen. This one is a Shonen Jump one, based off the Shonen Jump manga. This got popular kind of like Demon Slayer did. Trying to describe it is weird, so I just went ahead and just pulled a brief. This is the only one I'm going to read a synopsis for because it's probably the easiest way to describe it. And this one I got from myanimelist.com. I'm not sure who wrote it, but pour it out.
This episode is brought to you by
them. I give them all the credit. I didn't do this the synopsis. The synopsis reads: undoubtedly indulging in baseless paranormal activities with the occult club, high schooler Yuji Itadori spends his days at either the clubroom or the hospital where he visits his bedridden grandfather. However, this leisurely lifestyle soon takes a turn for the strange when it unknowingly encounters a cursed item, triggering a chain of supernatural occurrences. Yuji finds himself suddenly thrust into the world of curses. Dreadful beings formed with human malice and negativity after swallowing the said item, revealed to be a finger belonging to the demon Sukuna Ryoman, the king of curses. Yuji experiences firsthand the threats these curses pose to society as he discovers his own newfound powers and introduced to the Tokyo Metropolitan Jujutsu Technical High School. He begins to walk down a path for which he cannot return, the path of a Jujutsu sorcerer.
the Finger Eater.
So, yep. And that basically, just going into it, they are going to kill him. So, since they're going to kill him, they're going to go ahead and have him eat all the parts of Sukuna and then kill him. And so, as he goes through, he's learning different abilities using different curses. What makes it unique is that you know how some shonen anime will draw out something through different arcs.
Mm-hmm.
This one keeps you interesting because it's fast paced and it doesn't seem to lose you. So like you'll have a smaller arcs in between a larger arc, but instead of it showing him training the whole time, it may just be one episode and then jumps into like him doing a small side gig. So it's, to answer that, Richard, it's similar to what we watched with Bleach in the very beginning, the parts that you like, kind of like that detective stuff.
Yeah.
So there's parts of that sprinkled in there between the major battles. And it does a pretty good job with it.
What are you watching it on?
You can watch it on, it's a Crunchyroll exclusive, so you can watch it on Crunchyroll. I think they're all on there now, where if you watch it with commercials, so you don't have to pay for it. So,
not bad.
Outside of that, I'm gonna go through these rapid fire. I'm a big fan of Magical Girl anime. I don't give a fuck. People can judge me. I never saw Maho Shoujo Madoku Magica. You ever seen Madoku, Brent? This one was fucking crazy. This one, I like time-based stuff. This was something like that too. So you have this being called Incube, who grants wishes to girls. So in the process, they become magical girls, and it's any wish they want. So if they want to live forever, they want to save somebody's whatever wish they want, they use that wish to become a magical girl. But the catch is they have to fight these witches. So and kill them. So as you go through, it's not everything's not what it seems. They go to discover that the witches themselves are also the magical girls. It's an endless cycle. So the height of the emotions from them becoming a magic girl from the happiness, and then they get despair and become a witch. And so that being is from another planet. So his words to describe it is like, all right, for you to get fire requires a certain amount of energy. You have to sit there, chop down a tree, get a lighter and all that, and light it up. It requires more energy for you to create fire than energy gives back to you. So they're still in these energies from these pre-adolescent girls becoming from magical girls to witches, and they choose them because apparently that's when the most emotional human beings is when they're females and they're with that 11 and 12-year-old age.
Right.
So that height in emotions feeds the power throughout the universe. So he's using them as like livestock. So he knows that they're going to die eventually. He doesn't care. He has no emotion. He's a robot. It's like, hey, I need you as livestock. It is what it is. Yeah. Y'all do the same thing to cows and chickens. So what makes it any better than makes me any worse than you guys? And so there's a girl that in there, Madoku, who Homura Akemi's like friends with her. She makes a wish that she wants to save her. So now she's stuck in a time loop where Madoku always dies in 30 days, and then Homura always has to go back and tries to save her. And so it's like the whole Back to the Future thing where she explains everything, like this is what's happening, and all the other magical girls don't believe them. They end up killing each other. It's a very, very dark anime.
Damn.
It's very dark. It's like no matter what happens, it always plays out the same. So at the end of the time, they go back in time so many times that Madoku becomes like, there's so many parallel universes that converge into her. She has all this unfound power. So apparently she becomes a witch. It would sustain the universe for a certain amount of years. So she outsmarts the system and decides to become she ends up becoming a goddess. She makes her wish was like for none of the witches to ever become. So she goes through all of time and then erases all the witches. Okay. So they never the magical girls never turn into witches. But the problem is that whole thing erases her existence. So she becomes a concept. So like she never existed.
That's selfish.
So she sacrifices her life. And then now you have like her parents and all that have a piece of her in their brain, but they don't remember who she is. That was the ending. So I haven't seen the movies yet. There's 3 movies that kind of continue the story, but I can't find them online. So
sounds good.
I'm gonna skip over Shimonate. The other one I already told you about, Richard, was Tokyo Revengers. That one's also on Crunchyroll. This one, it's like Tunikichi. I'm sorry. Tanamichi was a guy he's 26 years old and he's kind of just gotten by in his life. He watches the news and he sees that his girlfriend from middle school, Hina.
Oh no, you did tell me about this one.
And her brother both die from a gang fight. And it's called Tokyo Majin. You know, Majin's that weird reverse swastika. So they kind of clean that off of the anime. But that's what, if you go in the manga, they still have that on there. But in the anime, they kind of scrub that part out.
Right.
For various reasons. So he sees that his middle school girlfriend died. And he's like, it really bothers him. He's gone through his life where he just apologized and he dropped out of high school. He works at a bookstore and he just apologizes for everything. And he remembers that middle school was his time of his life. He was a delinquent trying to join a gang. And I guess that gang pushed him away because when they're trying to join in there, he would just get beat up every day. And he's like, he shot the bird and said, nope, he left his friends, dropped out of school, got a job, and just left that life. And so he left his girlfriend, everything. So he remembered his girlfriend when she died. So he goes to the platform in the train and somebody pushes him in front of the train. And then the train's coming at him slowly and it's like his life is flashing back before his eyes. And then it sends him back 12 years in the past when he's back in middle school. And so he thought he was just having a flash, like seeing his life before his eyes, a flashback.
Right.
That's what he was thinking. So he ends up meeting his girlfriend's brother. He also died in the future. And he explained everything to him. He's like, hey, just whatever happens, just make sure you and your sister remember this day. 12 years in the future, remember this day. Protect your sister. Make sure nothing happens to her. And he shakes his hands with the younger brother, and it sends him back to his original present. Oh. And he comes to find out that he was saved by that brother. So the brother was saved. He figured out how to save him. So he originally died in the original timeline.
Yeah.
So he comes up to him. It's like, he's got to listen to I listened to what you said. You know, he tried to save his sister, but he couldn't do it. So he ended up becoming, because everything he told me, he ended up becoming a cop. He became a cop and moved his way up so he can save his sister. So he comes up there and he shows him like everything on this gang. He's like, he said, I figured it out. If you stop these two gang leaders from meeting, the dispute never happens, and my sister won't die. He says, I don't know how you got this power. It's like we have 12 years to do it. He says, we can't wait till the day. You can't go back 12 years to the day she dies and tries to save her, because if you fuck up, that's it. It's done.
Right.
Because once you go up to the next day, you can't go back anymore. 12 years is his limit. So he gives them all this lowdown and tells them, all right, you got to go back, make sure these guys never meet. And the guy's like, I don't even know how my power works. He's like, well, he figures out, like, since you saved me and I'm not from the original timeline, he shook hands with him in the original when he was a kid, and that sent him back. So they figure out if he shakes hands with him, it'll send him back in the past, and it does. So it sends him back in the past, and he's getting his ass kicked in a gang fight. And now he's like slowly working his way up the gang, trying to find these leaders to save his girlfriend from middle school. And the whole process, he's going through it. And he's like, why did I ever leave her? Because he's starting to fall in love with her again. He's like, he can't believe like he forgot about her and all this. Like, he couldn't even remember her face. It bothered him. He had to go run to her house and like knock on her door to see. It's like all the stuff that he's freaking out about. So it's like now he's going through and trying to save her. So
awesome.
Tokyo Revengers is pretty damn good. That one's on
sounds great.
Crunchyroll also. I'm going to go a little bit more quickly because I can't be on this shit forever. This one is another one I watch is also on Crunchyroll. It's exclusive is Hige Hiro. This one, I'm just going to read the synopsis. It'll be quicker. This one is when a regular salaryman Yoshida wakes up one Sunday morning after a long night at the bar. The last thing he expects to see is that his tiny apartment has a new resident, an unfamiliar high school girl. The previous night, despite finally gathering the courage to confess to his boss and longtime crush, Arigoto, Yoshida was rejected. After drowning his sorrows at a bar with his good friend Hashimoto, Yoshida headed back to his home in a drunken stupor, only to run into Sayu, a runaway high school girl. She asked him to let her stay the night, and with his judgment clouded by alcohol, Yoshida complied. Now, with his head on straight but with no memory of last night's events, Yoshida has Sayu explain just how he ended up sleeping at his apartment. Having listened to her story, Yoshida finds himself unable to kick her out, especially after learning that she came all the way from Hokkaido. So despite his reservations about sheltering an underage girl, Yoshida allows her to stay, and their life together begins. So this one sounds weird, but it's not that bad. He ends up seeing...
I've heard about this.
Yeah, it's good.
The premise sounds really off, and that he's like 26 and
she's 17. Yeah,
she's 17, and like she constantly goes, you're letting me stay here for free. I should do something for you in return. Do you want to sleep with me? And he goes, no, that's not happening.
So what's funny was
he's totally adult about it. Like, stop. You need to stop with that.
What's funny was like he was drunk the night before, and he's like when he woke up and talked to her, he's like, did I do anything last night? And she's like, no. He's like, all you told me is like I don't sleep with little girls, and he's like, yes, drunk me.
Victory.
He's like victory. He's
I'm
like,
a decent person.
So he's in love with his boss at work. He's an IT guy. He works for an IT company too. So he lets her stay. He wants her to move back home with her parents, but she's been basically moving from guy to guy, sleeping with them, just so she can get a free place to stay. So he's like, you know what? He's like, he told her, like, hey, you don't have to do that with me. He's like, just work around the house, do chores. You can stay as long as you want until you're ready to go home. He's like, I'd rather you go home instead of her just moving around. So It's like now. It's what's funny is like she does these chores from like iron his clothes, and he's like been shaving and everything. So like the boss that rejected him at work starts freaking out because they're all thinking he has a girlfriend now, and he doesn't have a girlfriend. So like what's funny is like his boss rejected him. It's like she told him like, no, I got a boyfriend I've been dating for 5 years, and she's freaking out now because she thought she lost him. She actually has a crush on him. She just wasn't ready to date him. So now she actually told him, and he's like freaking out like, oh, finally. So it's like, and she said she just wasn't ready yet. But ever since everybody's starting to think he's been taken, now everybody kind of wants him. So the last episode I saw was like he's taking his boss to his place to meet her because he explained everything to his boss. Like, I met the high schooler. I'm taking her in because she doesn't have a place to stay, and she wants to meet her. So now that was the last episode I saw. With he's bringing her over there because he told us like I'm bringing go to my place, and the girl's freaked out. It's like, okay, don't worry, I'll leave. Because she was thinking they were going to do stuff. And she's like, no, she wants to meet you. It's like, don't go anywhere.
What's the name of that one?
It's called Hige Hori. Horu. Hiro. Hige Hori. Hige Hiro. It's a long name. It's called Hige wo Soru Soshite Joshiko se wo Hiro.
Just send me a link or a trailer or something. That one sounds interesting.
So, yeah, so far it's like now they're navigating on there because he doesn't want to do anything with this girl. He's just trying to help her out. So it's pretty cool. I don't know. It may change towards the end. You know how stuff like that always goes.
Right.
So all right, I'll speed this up. I'm not going to read the synopsis on this one. This one's, you ever heard this one, Brent? Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro.
I think I might have.
Yeah, Ijere Nade Nagatoro-san.
I think I've heard of that one.
Oh, man. This one's pretty funny. You might like this one too, Richard. It's a high schooler who's getting bullied by a senpai,
Yep.
Nagatoro. And basically she's just like picking on him, and he's like a very quiet, nerdy type dude. He just like keeps to himself, and I guess she likes picking on him. So she's like, they're basically, it's like 15-minute increments of this, like their relationship as they go through it, where he's just trying to make it through the day, and she's just giving him hell. I'm not gonna go into too much detail about it, but that's pretty much what it is. And then the last one I'm gonna go. There's two more. All right, the last one is
Jesus.
you might like this one. I've watched a lot, man. This one's called 86. This one's another Denki Bunko light novel. This one is about a landlocked country called San Magnolia, who they're landlocked and they're getting invaded by another country called Legion. So the Legion uses these drones to fight. There's nobody in them. They're just using drones. And they divided the San Magnolia into 86 districts. That's why it's called 86. 85 of them has citizens that are what they call white hair, white eyes, what they call pure citizens. Any mixed citizens, they left in the 86th district. And so they tell their people that they're using drones themselves, and they're not actually using drones. They're using the mixed citizens in the 86th district as they're fighting drones, and they're dying.
Yeah.
They get promised a deal if they do 5 years of service.
Sounds wrong.
Then they are granted citizenship. And it's a story that they have these like an overseer that kind of oversees their battles, and so she is sympathetic to the claws. I think Lena is what they call their handler, and she's similar to her father. She feels for them. She knows they're human beings. They have feelings, and they're treated like they're just robots, and they're not. And so it's kind of like their interaction from her which is in the capital, and she interacts with a guy called the Reaper, which is Shin, out there doing the battles. And the way that it breaks down the episodes is that it goes back from each side, and you get both sides of the story during the certain days. So it's pretty good. Last one I'll talk about is Mahako Koko no Retotetsu.
Yes.
I think they call it the irregular high school student over here in
Yes.
America. This one is a weird one. This one is a 21st century. It's a guy who doesn't know how to use magic perfectly. His sister does a little bit more better. They have these CADs, like these little devices that allows them to project magic. He's not perfect. So it's like something he has to use like ninjutsu skills and all stuff stuff to compensate because he can't use magic like that well. And it's kind of like their story about how they go through his story's kind of fucked up. So
No beating around the bush.
Yeah, it's that whole brother sister thing where like the sister's in love with the brother, and it's like it's weird because like he's been fucked over, like he's been genetically modified by his mother and his aunt to have no feelings, so they take everything out of him. They made him into basically a bodyguard for his sister. He doesn't feel emotions, and so like
Spock.
it's like, and so he only feels like sibling love for his sister. That's all he has. It's the vice versa. She's like totally in love with him. He's like, I don't see you that way.
As one should have towards her sibling.
He can't see that. He can't feel love for anybody. So like, or anger or anything like that. So what's funny is that they kind of try to retcon it as you go through later on. It's like he's so genetically modified that they're barely related. And I follow somebody on Twitter, and they're like, somebody on Twitter's like, I love this show, but I'm not going to fall for this bullshit. No matter what happens, both of them came out of the same mother.
Yeah.
That's what the guy said.
Yeah.
He said, you can go in there, retcon whatever genetic bullshit you want. At the end of the day, they came out the same mother.
Yeah.
So I don't know how far I think there's 30 light novels, so I'm not sure how they stick on there with that whole storyline, but they just finished it up, and they started up when it took them 30 novels to get out of high school. It took them 10 years. But now they're on to something else. So, but the anime is not that bad. You just got to overlook that weird part. So.
If you can.
Outside of that, it's all my anime. Outside of that, I did play Judgment on PS5.
Nice.
I got to about 10 hours into that.
Which is
It does
basically
look
an
better,
anime game, right?
basically. It does look a lot better. Load times is like 2 seconds.
Damn. For
It's
that
like
big ass city?
You literally see the bar with 20% left, and it goes 1, 2, and you're loaded up.
Wow.
It's nice. It's definitely a lot smoother. It's weird on the whole.
Is that an upgrade path or a different SKU? I'm sorry.
There's no path to victory in that one. You have
Okay.
to buy it. That one, and what's weird is the lighting is a little bit weird too. You have to kind of mess with it. It's some areas are more brighter than others. I don't remember having that much difficulty in the PS4 one. I'm not sure what they did differently. It's weird. I mean, it doesn't look bad. You just have to really mess with it. But outside of that, I think I completed the first chapter. I'm like maybe halfway through the second one. I think there's like 5 chapters, so maybe like 30% of the way in the game. I mean, outside of the quality of life improvements, it does look better. It does look faster.
Yeah, you really enjoyed that on PS4.
There's no haptic feedback on there. They skipped that part on there, so that kind of sucks. There's no,
Ooh.
which I think would have been cool if you could feel like the rumble kicks and punches.
Oh
yeah,
big time.
I think it's a missed opportunity.
Yep.
They didn't do it
Extremely.
So, but yeah, I'll probably beat that one and go through it more. We talked about this pre-show, so I can finish this up. I ended up getting a R-Type Final 2. I did do a Kickstarter on it. They sent it to me early on PS4. And it's fucking
awesome.
R-Type. It's fucking R-Type. It's good as hell. It is. You get the fucking beam in the front, and it is a next gen R-Type. I would kind of be more interested to see how it would play on the Series X, because I know there is a Series X patch for it. There's not a PS5 patch for this one. It's PS4 only. So that's the only one I'm kind of curious to see if there would be any huge quality of life upgrades on.
Right.
But I don't know. We'll see. We'll go there eventually. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I could go into my raw games that I played on Switch.
Nope, I think we're good.
I'm never gonna bring them up again because they're Bishojis, and I can't believe they're on. They can't believe they're on a Nintendo console, and it's just about a 20-year-old man falling in love with like 14-year-old girls, and I'm like, I'm playing this on a Nintendo console. Yep.
So sorry, we need to get you new content to consume. This is repeated.
I like visual novels. I stopped playing it after about 3 hours when I figured out what was going on. I'm like, no, I don't want this anymore. I was like, it was weird. It was good. It was like some guy randomly shows up. He lost his memory, and I'm like, and then I don't know what happened after that. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. After that, I stopped playing it. So I was like, hey man, I waste $59. So it sucks.
Alrighty. Brant, bring us home, please God.
Speaking of home,
let me have my therapy, damn it.
You have 40
I'm
minutes.
upset about it.
You have 40 minutes.
Oh Lord. So speaking of home, yeah, I'm just doing stuff with the new house.
Sweet.
Accepting, all sorts of deliveries, furniture and whatnot, building beds and cutting grass.
Yes. Excitement.
Because they just seeded in straw the back, and I mean it was like 6 inches high, and the front is just sod, so I'm still having to water the sod and just but I mean I really wanted to try and play something before the podcast, and I heard was it late yesterday or this morning I heard about that the Castlevania Resurrection for the GameCube for the Dreamcast.
It did. That was a big update.
Actually got released online, and you could download it and play it. And rather than emulate it, I tried to go download it and burn it to a disc and play it on official hardware, as I feel it should be. And what I thought should have been a simple process turned into a whole rigmarole, and I just kept having problems with like extraction of the file, and then thought I got it finally figured out, and then tried to burn it, and then had issues with the burned copy, so I was not able to sort it out and play it, but was extremely hopeful that I could
give that a shot.
Yeah,
you have to get that and stream it. The person who bought it ended up dumping it. Awesome. How cool is that?
Yeah, they dumped it and then they sold it. And then yeah, I mean it's now forever preserved.
That's awesome.
So they delete it from the server.
I need a copy of this.
I've got a copy. I just got to sort out all the files and figure out what's what.
Where were you getting it? Where did you get it from? Do you remember right off?
Oh my gosh! If you look up Castlevania Resurrection,
Yeah.
One of
There
the
it is.
one of the search results that come up should have it, or it'll come up with some news articles saying that you can now play it, and they'll link to the website that has the files.
Oh my god, it looks good. It
It
sounds
does.
good too.
It looks really, really good. I was really disappointed when I couldn't get it to work.
The peculiarities. Oh wow, people made cover art and everything.
Yeah, they've got 2 different cover arts.
There it is.
Um,
What file format is this? I haven't burned a Dreamcast file in a
well, it's
long
an
time.
ISO.
Is it?
Yeah.
They're usually in. It's not bin Q files. What is a Dreamcast? They go in Disk Juggler. It's like a dot.
No,
CDI.
I think you're thinking of.
It's not a CDI.
I think you're thinking of. Might have been the Saturn, because I know some of the Saturn stuff was weird. Burning that.
I usually did these in Disk Juggler or
What's
Image
it?
Burn.
No, yeah, there is some weird stuff. There is using just plain image burn. You have to get some different files and add them. So you might be right using Disk Juggler.
Yeah, I've queued it up. We'll see what happens.
But I know I've burned
downloaded. That was
stuff
fast.
before.
It's only 66 megs. Wow.
Well, that's the compressed.
Yeah, that's true. Open containing folder.
But yeah, if you get it working,
Yeah, it's a 7-zip
please
file.
let me know.
Okay, I might give this a shot. All right, before we go too much deeper in this wormhole, everybody good? Is that it for us this week?
That's it.
That could be it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
Adios.
OBS.